After a long wait, the Two Rivers Mall finally opened its doors on the 14th of February. With 65,000 square meters of gross lettable space, it sits as the region's largest shopping mall. The developer, Centum Investment, has since the mall's inception promised to offer a different shopping experience.
We are pretty happy with where we are right now. The tenants who are partners in this development are also pretty happy. I think we're all geared.
The launch of Two Rivers comes a year after the opening of the Hub, another super mall. Together, Nairobi has witnessed close to 100,000 square meters of retail space offloaded into the market. Such rapid developments have seen many observers and experts question if there's a possible glut in the market.
I don't think there's an oversupply of mall in Nairobi. I totally disagree. The difficulty we might have in Nairobi is that malls are being built too close to each other.
The last decade was defined by a handful of malls that were strategically located to target specific clients. But the desire to outperform, outdesign and out-entertain each other has seen a sprouting of shopping malls in all corners of the capital city.
So we've had big malls coming onto the market, Westgate in 2007, but they've come over a period of time. The bigger challenge now is we're seeing a lot of malls coming up in a fairly small time.
The trend is now choking developers, with some malls recording relatively low occupancy levels months after their opening. And with countable number of brands that qualify as anchor tenants, retail outfits are equally struggling to keep up with the pace.
He's in Garden City, he's waiting for his footfall to pick up there. He has to open in the Hub, so now he's spending all that money opening in the Hub, and then Two Rivers is opening, and it's just, he hasn't quite managed to get to where he wants to be in terms of cash flow, and he has to open another one and another one. I think that's the biggest challenge that we're facing. It's that cash flow issue.
But cash flow isn't that much of an issue for globally renowned brands. Many of the recently established malls have a number of them as anchor tenants, and the fact that they keep coming in their numbers speaks of a demand in this space.
If you came here 5 years ago, trying to get into the Junction, trying to get into Westgate or Village Market or Sarah Centre, very difficult to do that. But now you've got opportunity, you've got more vacancy across different types of malls.
Though experts reckon that retail space in Nairobi is yet to reach saturation, they warn that developers ought to get their game plan right if success is to be realized.
The shopping mall is a large investment. It is as well an experience more and more. So we can't put them at 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers apart.
If you get the components right, then people come to your center. Right? Consumers will come. You need the tenants to come. And once the tenants come, then the play is around how do we get people to then come to a center day by day.
A target many developers find so hard to hit. But like other capital-intensive ventures, malls may take between 7 and 8 years to break even.
What we find in Kenya is once a mall has been through that cycle, has developed its catchment area, developed the loyalty of its shoppers, then it tends to remain very, very close to 100%.
It's a trend being fueled by growth in the country's middle class. Kenya's per capita national income increased 48.5% to 139,000 shillings in 2015, according to the latest economic survey. The gross national disposable income, amassed largely by the rich and middle class, stood at 6.5 trillion shillings during the same period, perhaps underlying developers' interest to tap these funds for those willing to pay more for a better experience. For Garden City and Two Rivers, for instance, the platform is set for a live, work and play destination at a varying scope. And according to the developer here, the Hub is not just a shopping mall. It is a destination that brings with it a unique kind of experience.
And we see it with people coming to the Hub. They're staying not an hour, they're staying 4, 5, 6 hours. Because we've provided an environment where you can take care of your children. You can have a beautiful lunch on the terrace or on the piazza or on the lake, and then they might do a bit of shopping.
With the likes of Garden City, the Hub and Two Rivers on the map, experts say the city doesn't need any other such developments yet. But there's still room for strategically located convenient malls for the walk-in, walk-out kind of shopping. Going forward, it would be interesting to see how the market will cope with the rising number of malls, from the big to the bigger and even the region's biggest. Patrick, Igunza, Citizen Business Center.